My friends, we have come to the end of a long journey. The American people have spoken, and they have spoken clearly. A little while ago, I had the honor of calling Senator Barack Obama to congratulate him, to congratulate him on being elected the next president of the country that we both love. In a contest as long and difficult.
I love our country, and I really feel like he earned the right to govern our country for all the service he's done and for his ideas and for his ability to make change, real change.
How do you feel about America right now?
I am scared to death.
I'm proud. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to have voted for McCain, but I'm very upset still. We have a brother in Iraq, and we just want him to be safe.
John McCain should have won. He was the right man for this country, and people couldn't see it. And I don't know why. We picked the wrong guy. I didn't. I voted for the right guy, but as a country, we picked the wrong guy.
No Obama.
No Obama. No Obama.
Vote McCain.
No Obama. That'd be an abomination. No Obama. Hey, why do you feel that way? Tell me. Why do I feel that way? Oh my goodness, are you kidding? You're kidding. Are you a leftist? You're a leftist. You got in. Yeah. Disease.
We are the future of this land we love. We'll always be true to the red, white, and blue. So proud of our country, we've been given so much. We are the future of America. Such a shining sea, our United States of liberty, like mountains strong and tall. We're one nation under God. We are the future of America. We are the future.
Real Americans are here. Americans who love this country.
Americans who are proud of our country.
But you think people that go to see Obama don't love their country?
Not as much as Republicans.
Do you feel like there are two Americas emerging from this election?
There's gays and there's working people.
What's the most important issue in this election?
The most important issue in this campaign is still the pro-life issue.
I don't believe in abortion or homosexuality, and so those are just two issues.
With him and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, I think that's a trifecta of an absolute. I will lose my gun rights.
I want someone who's gonna fight the terrorists and not just let them destroy us.
What's the most frustrating part about being a McCain supporter?
The media makes us out to be fanatical and hateful, and we're not. It's just that we've had these values and beliefs instilled in us ever since we were little, and that's just the way we're always going to believe.
We're going to get out, we're going to voice our opinion, we're going to fight it, we're going to fight the immorality, we're going to let this world know there is only one God, there's only one way to heaven, and you better sit up, and you better take notice, and you better start listening.
This is basically the area that Barack Obama referred to when he said we were bitter and clinging to our religion and clinging to our guns. If you grow up and you live in Hawaii, you go to Columbia, you go to Harvard, and you go to the Hyde Park area of Chicago, you don't hardly ever run into any people from this area. People that, have just served their third tour of duty in Iraq, or families that their biggest recreation is hunting and their second biggest is fishing.
They want it to be a bad thing that we cling to our guns and our religion. That's what this country was founded on. Second Amendment is the right to have weapons. Okay, freedom of religion is what the country was founded on. That's why our forefathers came to this country and made this country. And that is something that we hold very near and dear to our hearts. And you can't diminish that because you go to Harvard Law School and you claim to be making fun of Joe the plumber and everyday Americans. It's offensive. He's offended a good bit of the population as far as I'm concerned.
I think Barack Obama owes an apology for saying people are bitter in Pennsylvania, that they're clinging to their guns and religion with antipathy towards those that aren't like them. By the way, that's Nancy Pelosi's daughter. I'm not allowed to say that?
You're going to get me lynched.
No, she's a very nice woman. So there you go, okay?
What do you think Obama doesn't understand about Western Pennsylvania?
He's really never lived in real America.
What's real America?
It's not Chicago and the slumlords and
common man.
Dealing with those kind of people.
It's common man. He's never lived a life. He's grown up in cities his whole entire life. It's the country. It's God's country. He's never seen it. He can't relate with us. We're the backbone of this country. We're hard-working, blue-collared workers to keep this country running. He talks like he knows us. He doesn't know us.
Is there anything he can do to redeem himself in your eyes?
Drop out of the race.
What are you paying for? Success of his success. That he will win.
Ohio Christian Alliance voter guides?
I'm good.
Voter guides?
I'm the Franklin County Value Voter Coalition captain.
If you need any more for your churches, I have a lot. I can give you a stack.
There's a Bible verse that says, if my people will humble themselves and pray, he will heal our land. If just my people, if just the Christians make up their mind and realize, that the right guy is McCain, God will heal our land.
I hope there's enough Christians in the world to save us.
1942, right here.
Hello. I'm here on behalf of John McCain. I have two quick questions. Can I ask you? Do you plan to vote for John McCain?
Yes. I like Sarah Palin a lot, so that's what made me the first place. So
okay.
that's why I'm doing it. So
well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was good. Just to sit at home and let it happen. I can't do that. I just can't do that.
Can I just ask you a quick question on
Sure.
behalf of John McCain? Do you plan to vote for John McCain?
No.
No. Okay. And can you just tell me the important issues in this election that caused you to make that choice?
Energy. Thank you.
I just know that Obama is not the best for our country, and I feel, I guess it's what I have to do. It's why I'm here. I just feel like I'm serving God, yeah. They have an Obama sign.
Obama's made another.
Our neighbors, I didn't know. Actually, can I say it? There are two lesbians that live there, and they just put the Obama sign out. Interesting. No, I'm too afraid to get into a fight with a neighbor.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Think about voting pro-life when you vote. Children are a blessing. The Bible says so. We need a pro-life president. We need somebody who's for the unborn. McCain's pro-life. I mean, no sense voting about anybody else if nobody's around, because, you know.
He's not pro-black, though.
Oh, I think he is. I
He's
don't
just
think...
like Bush. He don't care about us.
You know what? I'm not voting for no Republicans, so it don't matter. Pro-life, whatever they do, I'm not voting for no Republicans. It's time for them to go.
I'm sorry to feel that.
Oh, I'm not.
Ask yourself, which candidate is standing more in line with Scripture? The Bible is clear. Abortion is the slaughtering of innocent children. Our next president is going to be selecting Supreme Court justices who are going to deal with this issue. So, when you go into the voting booth, I urge you not to vote for Obama.
Crossroads of America. There's so many good, hardworking people in this wonderful state, and we have always been proud to be an American, just like you.
John McCain has to be elected. He is a strong man. He will protect our country. About the terrorist thing, that's another thing that's very scary. What do you do if you wake up with 9/11 and you don't have a country? You're bombed. You don't know that that can't happen. It already happened.
I just don't believe that Barack Obama is going to protect our soil from foreign attack or, the extremists out there. He wants to reason with these people. They don't have reason. They don't have any value of human life. They hate our way of life.
Do you think there'll be more terrorist attacks if Barack Obama is elected president?
Yes, absolutely.
We have had no terrorist attacks since 9/11 because of the fact that we've been in Iraq, we've been in Afghanistan. Barack Obama is going to put us in harm's way. There'll be more terrorist attacks. There'll be much more danger. There'll be a war in Europe. Probably China will take over Taiwan. That whole area will erupt.
It sounds like the fate of Western civilization is on the line in this election.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it is.
pundits have written us off. The national media has written us off. But they forgot to let you decide.
Because of the way the press handles the election, we feel like our side's never really being represented. It's never really giving a fair shake. We feel like it's a culture war between the East and West Coast and the flyover country that nobody ever wants to. It's almost like they think of us as a bunch of hicks. We're a bunch of idiots, and they don't even want to hear our side or understand us.
Every time I see an article about Obama and McCain, I see Obama glorified in the top section with a nice picture, and I see McCain below, with some ugly, pasty-looking picture, I definitely think the media is in the tank for Obama.
Chris Matthews was talking about when Obama was giving his speech at the convention that he was getting tinglies up and down his legs and how they were so inspired, and they're typecasting him as this big, inspiring guy that gives you this great feeling that washes over your body. I mean, we're looking at that for news and going like, wow, he got tingly feelings. Like, maybe this guy's supposed to be like an expert, right? He's like the news guy.
Newsweek and Time Magazine, I think Obama's been on there about 6 times now on the front cover. McCain has been on once.
And the last magazine that they had with Palin's picture on the front of it, the close-up picture, it said she's one of the folks, and that's part of the problem. And I don't understand that. What is wrong with being some part of the folks? What's wrong with that? Just because she comes from Alaska and she shoots moose and she rides snowmobiles? Give me a break. I've been riding snowmobiles since '72. I've gone hunting with my husband. I mean, they act like she's some kind of a goofy person. She's one of the Americans in this country. She's just one of us.
The reporters, I don't know how they can live with themselves at night knowing they're only showing one half of the issue.
Who's on your list of people you just won't watch?
Katie Couric. I hear her voice. I shut the TV set off now. I want to see her go down in flames.
So what did you think of her Palin interview?
It was condescending. It was disgusting. She would never have talked. She'd have kissed Obama's hiney. And over here she was going totally, do you think you can think of one? Oh, I about puked.
What kind of magazines do you read, Governor Palin? It's ridiculous. Why don't you ask her what she's done for the state of Alaska, Katie Couric? Why don't you ask her about her energy reform in Alaska, Katie Couric? The liberal media is selling the American people short, and that's ridiculous, and people should be outraged, and millions of us are.
I don't turn to CNN or ABC or CBS. I will not have them on my TV for 5 seconds.
I will never watch NBC again. I will never watch the news ever again the same.
What happened?
So I think they saw their death.
This is prime time. There it is, the media elite. Look at them.
A lot of people voted her repression because she is clearly an Washington outsider, which is what a lot of voters are looking for.
Hey, Steve.
I'm proud of you.
Thank
proud
you.
of
You
did a great job. Isn't she great?
Oh, stop.
Great
I'm
job.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just hadn't seen Jonathan in so long,
But
so I just
you
wanted
had
to
the
say hi.
you had the perfect pitch and tone. No gotcha questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to get her to talk and get as much on the record because she's such an unknown, and that was important, right? Okay, see ya. Bye. See you later.
I didn't want to really do that right in front of you, but.
How does it feel to be the most hated person in America right now?
I don't think I am.
Well, the media. How does it feel to be in the most hated profession in America right now?
I don't think we are. I think objective reporting and interviewing is a really important component of a democracy and a part of the process that even though we're reviled, it should be revered. Bye.
Okay, so what media do you trust?
Media? I'm a Fox News watcher.
Probably the only one I trust is Fox News.
Fox is the best.
But is that just because they're telling you what you want to hear?
No.
No,
Not at
they
all.
provide both fair and balanced. They both provide both sides.
John McCain has always been a darling of the media, even the so-called liberal mainstream media,
because up until this very campaign, he has largely been running against Republicans. Reporters loved John McCain when he was running against George W. Bush and calling him names. Reporters loved John McCain when he was running against Rudy Giuliani and Mitt Romney and Mike Huckabee and calling them names. But when John McCain started running against Democrats, suddenly the liberal media was like, oh, we don't like him anymore.
The left-wing liberal media have always been a real close-knit family. But most of the American people don't believe them anyway, you see. Stop and think it over before you make your decision. If they smell something wrong, they're gonna come down strong. The old McCain-Palin tradition.
We are in a tough time right now. Ohio cannot afford, America cannot afford the economic proposals of Senator Obama. I tell you something, I left Europe 4 decades ago because of socialism has killed opportunities there. But now Senator Obama says that he wants to pursue the same spread the wealth ideas that Europe had decades ago.
I think he's a socialist. I really do.
Marxist, socialist.
No, Marxist, socialist, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, Obama, he'll tax to the max so you'll feel real pain. No, Obama. So vote with your brain. Choose McCain and Palin.
I think if Obama wins, we'd basically have another Russian Revolution in America.
You crazy kid.
Come on.
We're gonna be poor, that's what we're gonna be.
Yeah, my dad is a small business owner and it'll affect him, so.
Yeah.
He says he's looking out for small businesses, but not all of them.
Why should we give tax cuts to the wealthiest people in America?
Okay, who do you think can create jobs? A wealthy person or a poor person? Now, if we go ahead and continue, oh yeah, we're gonna punch out those fat cats, we're gonna punish the rich, you know, we're gonna get those wealthy people, those corporations, okay? Here's the news flash, okay? Corporations themselves, okay, if they're going to stay in business, if they're going to continue to offer jobs to people and create more jobs to people, if you punish them enough with the taxes, they'll have to do more layoffs. There will have to be fewer jobs. Tell me, you tell me, how is that gonna help the economy?
They can't give us updates. We're in here, and he's going to have to call us with updates.
Yeah. Okay, it's supposed to say no to socialism.
It does say no to socialism.
But you didn't spell it right.
What?
It's not spelled right.
Do you have a marker?
No.
Oh.
Wait, what is socialism?
There is a definition. I can look it up really quick. Let me get the definition for you.
Tell me just in principle. Don't tell me the dictionary.
Okay, so socialism, it's basically like the views of Hitler. It's the in between. It's like between communism and I don't know what the other word is, but it's between. It's like the medium between two views, between communism and another view, but I don't know exactly what that is.
Wake up, America!
I just get so disgusted with this stuff. It's just, this country's just full of idiots. They need to wake up. We don't need to become a socialist country. What's happening is they want to take the money from the hard-working man and give it to the guy that only wants to come to work 2 days a week.
No, I actually think they're trying to take it from the richest 1% in this country and give it to you.
I don't care what people can do for me. I only care what's good for the economy.
Obama wants to fundamentally change this country. That's scary. What does he mean by that? Nobody knows. I do not want to change this country. This country is the greatest country on earth.
registered and sign up to volunteer?
You get some stickers? You recruit 5, 6 friends for it?
Oh, yeah. My dad owns a gun store, so he'll pass them out there.
Hey, yeah, number 1. Woo!
Are you rednecks?
Yeah. In some respects, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is a redneck?
Working America.
Yeah.
Working
right.
middle class America.
Working class that used to get sunburn on the back of their neck from working outdoors. They weren't inside in a factory. They weren't in an office somewhere. They were working people out in the fields, out on the roads.
Is redneck a derogatory term?
No. Anything could be derogatory. It's all in in the context in which it's used and how it's received.
Who do you think the NASCAR voters are going to vote for?
McCain.
You guys ready for a black president?
No.
What do you think?
Personally, myself, I'm not ready for it. Because I'm from the old school. You know, I was brought up in a different time, different era, so. Call me redneck, call me whatever you want, you know, I don't care. We've become too politically correct on everything. You can't fly the Confederate flag no more because it's offensive to the black people in this country. You can't do something no more, somebody don't get offended by it, because you can't say nothing no more. Everybody gets offended by it, you know. I mean, what's up with all that? You know, when did this country get chicken shit? If you own guns in this country, if you drink beer in this country, if you go to titty bars in this country, for some reason, you're a bad person, you know? Of course you can't. They don't want you to hunt in this country no more. Of course you're killing little Bambi, you know, and all this damn shit.
Are you disappointed in America right now?
Yeah, yes I am. I'm real disappointed in it. Used to be one time it was top dog and now we're nothing before. Illegal immigrants coming here and they get all the rights, we got nothing. Try asking the government for help. They're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. But let a foreigner come in this country. It all comes down to it. They all get it. One big gigantic ripoff. People think shit's going to change this country. Not going to change. Nothing. Used to be a hell of a good country here at one time. I just don't know what the hell happened.
Are you growing old disgracefully?
I'm trying like hell, hon. I'm trying like hell. Do I look like I am?
No.
Yeah, Burton makes the move there and gets by, so that's really big. That's exactly what Jeff Burton said.
What do you think of Barack Obama?
I'm not too partial to the blacks, so.
What do you mean? Come on, this is 2008. You can't say that.
Why can't I say that? I'm in the South.
Is he allowed to say that?
And I live even further south. I live even further south than this.
Is America ready for a black president?
Well, America might be, but the South ain't.
Why not?
Because we're a little further back than that. As my daughter said, Dad, you are, what was she said? You're behind the times. I said, no, everybody else is just too forward. If it was left up to me, you wouldn't vote yet.
Me?
Yeah, you're a woman.
Why not?
Because you're a woman.
You don't think women should be able to vote?
I mean, that's just how backwards I am.
Dude, but you're in trouble because either you're going to get a woman vice president or a black president.
Yeah, we're screwed either way. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
All right, come on.
If you were Obama, would you come to Oxford, Mississippi?
I would not.
Why not?
I would not. Wrong color. Wrong color. They steal a lot of folks, man. I'm not one of them. I'm not prejudiced. But there's still a lot of people in Mississippi that don't like the situation, you know. But, you know, it's the way it is, man. We're not ready. We're not ready. We are not ready. Not ready.
Who you gonna vote for?
I'm gonna vote for the white man. McCain.
But why?
I ain't gonna vote for no nigger.
What'd you say?
I ain't voting for no nigger.
Why not?
I just ain't.
You know, there is a stereotype that there are a lot of rednecks here in Mississippi that are racists. Okay.
There's not a lot of rednecks that are here. You see what the image what they're painting?
Yeah.
Like there's no racism in Chicago. There's no racism in Los Angeles. There's no racism in New York. She come from all the way from New York to interview a white boy that used the word nigger, and then gonna put it in HBO to try to paint Mississippi bad. Like they don't say nigger or coon up there in New York. Like they don't say cracker or honky out in LA. Should be ashamed of yourself, Miss Liberal.
It's not the color. It's not his color. That's not it. I don't know. Probably more so for me, as I'm unsure about his religion. Just to be honest with you. You know, I don't really know. I'm a Christian. And I don't really know what he is.
Would I hand my firearm over to a Muslim?
But is he a Muslim? He says
I don't
he's a
know.
Christian.
Well, he has Muslim faith. When he was asked the question, what do you think about McCain, that he hasn't attacked your religion yet or your faith? And he said, my Muslim faith. Twice, my Muslim faith. So he's saying that he has a Muslim faith.
Y'all know about 9/11. And, you know, and it's hard for us to take consideration that we're going to vote for a president. We're going to vote for a president that may not be a full-blooded American person.
Say he is.
Yeah. And that's what we're scared of right there. We don't want terrorists to get in our government system.
I believe he's involved with bin Laden and all of those others overseas.
Why do you think that?
I just do. I just do. I don't trust the man. I never will.
I think that Obama is going to get sworn in on the Quran, and I think that he's going to say, my name is Barack Hussein Obama. Watch and see if that doesn't happen.
Barack Obama is a terrorist. Obama, Osama, the same thing. When they swear him in, he's going to have his hand on the Quran, then he's going to take off his mask. It's going to be Osama bin Laden. That's who he is.
How's that one selling?
Surprisingly well. A little racy, but the right person loves the button.
Do you believe that the difference between Obama and Osama is just a little BS?
Do I personally?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. I believe that Obama doesn't have our best interest at heart as far as the war on terror goes. But no, I don't categorize him as Osama bin Laden.
So then how come you sell buttons that say that he is Osama bin Laden?
Because I'm a capitalist and entrepreneur. I'm going to give people what they want.
Obama would not salute the flag. That is a fact, not my opinion. He did not want to wear the American flag pin.
Anybody that would take the flag off his airplane doesn't deserve to be president.
If you're running to be a president of this country, America, and you can't salute that flag, you can't say the Pledge of Allegiance, you can't wear that little pin on your lapel, then that's hard for me to swallow.
I'm just not for somebody leading the country that's gonna, doesn't wear the colors, doesn't believe in the colors. Pretty plain and simple.
And the rockets red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag.
The pin. What a moron. The pin. You want to be the leader of one of the greatest nations on earth. And he took his pin off. If Americans have become that lax that they can let that slide, I'm sorry, I won't do it. That's the time to stand up. And that broke my heart for him to do that.
Ask you a question. I do not believe in. I can't trust Obama. I have read about him, and he's an Arab. He is not. No.
No, ma'am. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about.
Well, I think he's trying to play nice. And I think he needs to take off the gloves.
John McCain needs to take the gloves off and name names.
Take off the gloves and go for all you can. Just let it roll.
I'm mad. I'm really mad. When you have an Obama, Pelosi, and the rest of the hooligans up there gonna run this country, we gotta have our head examined. It's time that you two are representing us, and we are mad. So go get them.
These rallies are getting really angry.
Yes.
Why is everybody getting so angry?
Because you're hitting them where it hurts because of the money right now. I mean, last night, let's be honest, I went home and cried when I looked at my 401k. I've lost a huge amount of money, over 5 figures, in the last week. And it's getting people angry.
If you want Obama, you be on welfare. You be too lazy to work. You stupid fucking bastard, get that down.
What do all the McCain voters have in common?
We all hate the same things.
Does he support America?
Hey guys, Joe.
When we come to these gatherings, you see the worst in people.
Get a job! Get a job!
But there are good, normal people who show up to these rallies, like me. And it's unfortunate that there are those who become vocal who really give their candidate a bad name.
Is this country at war?
Yes, I do think we're at war. Not necessarily in Iraq. I think right here with each other.
The streets of small-town America are plastered with no Obama stickers. You've been through a lot of elections, right? So what happens if your guy doesn't win?
This country's in big trouble. Big trouble. Countries, you know, normally, if you go back in history, only lasted 200 years. We're on borrowed time.
This country could go down so fast. It isn't funny. I mean, you get, when you have financial problems, a man rose to the top of Germany, you know, because it was bad times. This is bad times right now. Be careful.
The way all the youth, colleges, all the youth are up behind him, and all I could think of was Hitler's Youth. And the movies that as a kid used to see, and it just reminded me of that.
If you see films of Hitler when he first started moving up, he spoke so eloquently, and he got the people. He's going to help the people. He's going to do things for them, and the people needed something because they were downtrodden. They had no money. You know, the money was bad. Everything was happening bad, and this is how a person gets into power and does things that they shouldn't do, and it's very scary. Very scary.
I looked into his eyes and I see evil. I see 666 in his eyeballs. That's what I see. He's really popular. And how does someone come from nowhere and become that popular? Same thing happened with Hitler. I think he hates all people. I think he just wants to destroy. I think he wants to destroy this earth.
My very first thought about Barack Obama was that 666 crossed my mind. You know, and I was thinking the Antichrist. you know, from old movies and things of the Antichrist that you used to see. Someone tall, charismatic, a lot of ties with Europe or from Europe. That instantly flashed in my mind, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is him.
Okay, listen, if I put you on television saying that Obama's the Antichrist, people are going to say that I just picked out the craziest guy in the crowd.
Okay. All right,
but you don't look crazy. You look like a normal guy. What if he's your president? Are you going to feel bad that you called him the Antichrist if he's your president?
No.
Are you going to wear that T-shirt if Obama becomes president?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. It's just unfathomable to me what could happen to this country if this man is elected. I might have to move to Bahamas.
If McCain isn't my president, I've actually told my friends I'm going to move out of the country. If Obama wins, I'm moving to Canada for the next 4 years.
We've talked about going to Costa Rica.
Honestly, if McCain loses, I'll probably get up and move to Spain with my family.
How are you going to feel about America if McCain loses?
It's going to sour me. You know, I'll do what I can. Keep my head up.
I wish we would have won. But I guess that's the beauty of democracy. We live with our choices, and America made the choice, and we'll live with President Barack Obama. I hope it works out.
As Lincoln said to a nation far more divided than ours, we are not enemies, but friends. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. To those Americans whose support I have yet to earn, I may not have won your vote tonight, but I hear your voices. I need your help, and I will be your president too.
My friends, we have come to the end of a long journey. The American people have spoken, and they have spoken clearly. A little while ago, I had the honor of calling Senator Barack Obama to congratulate him, to congratulate him on being elected the next president of the country that we both love. In a contest as long and difficult.
I love our country, and I really feel like he earned the right to govern our country for all the service he's done and for his ideas and for his ability to make change, real change.
How do you feel about America right now?
I am scared to death.
I'm proud. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to have voted for McCain, but I'm very upset still. We have a brother in Iraq, and we just want him to be safe.
John McCain should have won. He was the right man for this country, and people couldn't see it. And I don't know why.
This is basically the area that Barack Obama referred to when he said we were bitter and clinging to our religion and clinging to our guns. If you grow up and you live in Hawaii, you go to Columbia, you go to Harvard, and you go to the Hyde Park area of Chicago, you don't hardly ever run into any people from this area. People that, you know, have just served their third tour of duty in Iraq, or, you know, families that their biggest recreation is hunting and their second biggest is fishing.
They want it to be a bad thing that we cling to our guns and our religion. That's what this country was founded on. Second Amendment is the right to have weapons. Okay, freedom of religion is...
We picked the wrong guy. I didn't. I voted for the right guy, but as a country, we picked the wrong guy.
No Obama. No Obama.
Vote McCain.
No Obama. That'd be an abomination. No Obama. Okay, why do you feel that way? Tell me. Why do I feel that way? Oh my goodness, are you kidding? You're kidding. Are you a leftist? You're a leftist. You got in. Yeah. Disease.
We are the future of this land we love. We'll always be true to the red, white, and blue. So proud of our country, we've been given so much. We are the future of America. Into the shining sea, our United States of liberty, like mountains strong and tall. We're one nation under God. We are the future of America.
Is what the country was founded on. That's why our forefathers came to this country and made this country. And that is something that we hold very near and dear to our hearts. And you can't diminish that because you go to Harvard Law School and you claim to be making fun of Joe the plumber and everyday Americans. It's offensive. He's offended a good bit of the population as far as I'm concerned.
I think Barack Obama owes an apology for saying people are bitter in Pennsylvania, that they're clinging to their guns and religion with antipathy towards those that aren't like them. Yeah. By the way, that's Nancy Pelosi's daughter.
Real Americans are here. Americans who love this country.
Americans who are proud of our country.
But you think people that go to see Obama don't love their country?
Not as much as Republicans.
Do you feel like there are two Americas emerging from this election?
There's gays and there's working people.
What's the most important issue in this election?
The most important issue in this campaign is still the pro-life issue.
I don't believe in abortion or homosexuality, and so those are just two issues.
With him and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, I think that's a trifecta of an absolute. I will lose my gun rights.
I want someone who's gonna fight the terrorists and not just let them destroy us.
What's the most frustrating part about being a McCain supporter?
The media makes us out to be fanatical and hateful, and we're not. It's just that we've had these values and beliefs instilled in us ever since we were little, and that's just the way we're always going to believe.
We're going to get out, we're going to voice our opinion, we're going to fight it, we're going to fight the immorality, we're going to let this world know there is only one God, there's only one way to heaven, and you better sit up and you better take notice and you better start listening.
Yeah.